All right, guys, I want to go through a movement pattern that you'll see here a fair share, and it's called the hip hinge. And there's a bunch of movements that we do with it, just to name a few. One is a kettlebell swing, one is a good morning. Today, I want to actually focus on the deadlift. And so all the hip hinge pattern is, all the hip hinge is I am actually hinging at my hips. So if you picture that I was standing behind you with a band around your waist, and I was standing behind you and just pulling the hips back, there's the hinge at the hip. So you will see that in a fair share of things. But again, I want to talk about the deadlift specifically, because what I find is that people, as they're deadlifting, they'll start with the hip hinge, but then they start to squat the bar down. And you can see how far away the bar gets from my body. It's going to mess up your back, and it really starts to pull in that lumbar spine especially. So what I will often use as a cue for people, a tactile cue that I'll use, is I'll use a wall. And so I'll bump you away, let's call it 4 inches or so away from the wall. My feet are going to be right under my hips. I'm going to pull my hips back to touch the wall and then come on up without squatting. If I pull my hips back and then start squatting, I can't hit the wall. So I want to pull my hips, hinge at the hip, touch that wall, stand up. That becomes too easy. We'll take a little bit of a step forward, and then we'll do the same thing. Reach, 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 without falling into the wall. Just reach your hips into the wall, and that will hopefully start to retrain and rethink through how to hinge at the hip, and hopefully that will translate to things like better kettlebell swings, deadlifts, and good mornings. Give it a shot.